So Saturday morning, I did some work for a client. Now, working on weekends isn't ideal, but it happens. Now I want to make sure that I get paid for my Saturday work. Fortunately, I was running Chrometa on my computer, so I didn't have to worry about keeping track of my time. That was all done for me passively by Chrometa's time tracker. If you work on a Mac like me, you'll see the time tracker in your Mac's menu bar. If you're a PC user, you'll see the Chrometa icon in your system tray. The time tracker captured the exact amount of time I spent working, and it groups my time by application and then gives me the details of my activity. For example, check out this Word doc that I wrote. Chrometa is telling me that I spent 11 minutes working on it. The title of the document was Fairfax Alert 3/9/15, and again, I spent 11 total minutes on it. But where does this 11 minutes come from? Well, it's the total of the 3 times I was actively focused on this document. See, I worked on it for 5 minutes, and then I bounced to something else. Then I worked on it another 2 minutes, and bounced away again, and then came back and worked for another 4 minutes. What Chrometa did here is it automatically started its own timer every time I had this document in my active focus. It knew this from my keyboard and mouse activity. Taking a step back, you'll see that Chrometa literally captured a minute-by-minute play of exactly what I was working on for each minute that Saturday morning. It captured time totals for the 2 Microsoft Word documents that I worked on. It has the 2 emails that I read, including the to, from, carbon copy, and subject lines, and how long I read each email. And if I'd sent or replied to an email, that'd be captured here too. It even has the time I spent reading on the web, broken down by website name and URL, and the time that I spent on Facebook. Oh, and my off-computer time is here too. I may not have opened my computer until 8:30 a.m., but I was able to record that I spent my early morning hours cooking breakfast and reading the newspaper. But now let's get back to the important subject at hand, me getting paid for the time I worked Saturday morning. I'm going to create a time entry and bucket this time to my client and the specific project or matter that I'm billing for. And I would have forgotten about these emails if I hadn't seen them captured for me here. They both had instructions from my client about the project, so let's bucket this time as well. And as I group and assign these time entries to my client and the Fairfax project, I'm also going to give this time entry an annotation. Basically, this is the plain English, so to speak, that's going on our timesheet. So I'll call this Drafting Fairfax Alert. Now we've got this time entry moved from our unbilled time down to our timesheet. And as we combine these entries and move them to our timesheet, Chrometa rounded up the time for us based on our rounding setting of a 6-minute increment. From here, we can keep building our timesheet. And when we're done, we can export it to Excel, print it, create an invoice for it within Chrometa, or export it to another billing practice or management system like QuickBooks, Clio, or one of the other dozen-plus systems that Chrometa integrates with. And when this timesheet is sent across the wire, the time entries will look like they'd been created in that system, which means you can outsource your timekeeping to Chrometa and create an easy and 100% accurate timesheet with every minute of your day accounted for. In our next videos, I'll show you some tips and tricks for making this process even easier, such as how to make Chrometa smarter using keyword-based rules so you can get time entries categorized automatically whenever Chrometa sees a certain word or name. We'll also talk about smartphone time capture, which even includes phone calls and text messages. Thanks for watching. Check out Chrometa and make sure that you get paid for all your billable time.